What is going on? Chris here, back at you with another video. So before I get started, I get my hair systems from LaVivid Hair. Just use promo code CHRIS15 at checkout. Just CHRIS15 at checkout. I'll get you 15% off any hair system you buy from LaVivid Hair. I've been rocking LaVivid Hair systems for a while now, and they're amazing. I mean, the density's perfect. I mean, they just feel amazing. You just can't go wrong with them. I'll leave the link in the comments and description below. Just click on that link to take you there, and use promo code CHRIS15 to get that 15% off any hair system you buy from them, guys. So yeah, what I want to talk about today. So how long does a hair system actually last? Now, I feel like there's really two different answers to this question. So first of all, there's a durability question, which is how long will it last before the base literally rips or it tears or something happens to the base where you can't wear it, literally can't wear it anymore because it's ripped and it's beyond repair. Really, guys, this is a, and by the way, this is the Eros model from LaVivid Hair. It's their thinnest skin, 0.02 millimeter, and it's a chestnut brown number 6, I believe, hair color is the one I'm rocking, by the way. But anyway, I've been rocking like the super thin skin units for, I mean, I've been at this for 5 years now. It's hard to believe. I just turned 40 a couple weeks ago. It's hard to believe. But yeah, I've been at this hair system game for 5 years now, and I've only one time maybe accidentally ripped a hair system, and that's because I was in a rush because I did a botch job on a haircut, and I just wanted to take it off and change it out. But really, guys, unless you're really like ripping it off really hard and pulling the bond off super hard, these things really don't rip. I think people kind of overestimate how sensitive they are, and a lot of people make it seem like, oh, these things will rip so easily. Yes and no. As long as you're normal with it, just wet it first really good, and then take it off, and then just spray a little bit of water. I use hot water and just get the bond off that way, and you're not pulling it off like that. It's just not going to rip, guys. I mean, just don't be too forceful with it. So to answer the question in terms of the durability, how long will it last? I mean, honestly, guys, as long as you're careful with it, the base itself alone, I mean, indefinitely, 8 months, a year, even longer, as long as you're super careful with it and aren't rough with it, these things just do not rip. So yeah, as far as strictly durability, how long will it last? I would say, it's at the mercy of how careful you are with it. I mean, forever, possibly, as long as you're super careful with it. Now, as far as the second part of this question is how long will it last as far as the hair looking good, healthy, voluminous, bouncy, flowy. So this is about a 1 week hair system I've had on for about a week now out of the box. As far as it's still looking like this, where it has that natural shine to it, that bounciness and just life look to it, where it looks lively, I would say in my experience 2 months is about the most you're going to get out of it, of the hair looking good like this. As far as it thinning out where it's starting to look bald, one thing that I've noticed about LaVivid Hair that they excel in is their hair system just do not shed. I mean, I'll pull it in the shower just to test it out, the hair, and maybe 1 to 2 strands at best. I mean, it would take a couple, 2 to 3 years from it thinning out strictly due to shedding, and maybe even longer. But it's just a matter of the hair drying out, because we don't have our natural oils from our scalp to support the hair and make it shiny all the time. So it does dry out eventually. Now, go watch my previous video. I made a few videos back where I talk about the cure to dry hair, and I think that's going to add at least 2 to 3 more months on top of the 2 months that I mentioned. And you can watch a video to get the details, but the gist of it is I dampen the hair. I use a real conditioner as a leave-in conditioner, and then I put some Argan Moroccan Oil OGX brand mix in it, and that really makes it feel like it's out of the box all day, that kind of out of the box newness to it. That may extend the life by another 2 months. So really, if you do that routine, probably 4 months max of the hair actually looking good and shiny and just full of life and energy. Now, you might be one of these that you really don't care if the hair looks like that. Even if it dries out and looks a little dry and frail, you're probably okay with that. If that's the case, you could probably, again, get several months to a year out of it, provided that you're careful with the base during that whole time and you don't rip it in the shower or anything of that nature. But guys, I mean, so really to boil it down, because I hear a lot of answers on this topic, and it really just comes down to how, a lot of people don't address, there's 2 ways of how long the system will last. I think that's a vague question. So the first question is how long will it last as far as durability? And my answer to that is as long as you're super careful, sky's the limit, really. I mean, indefinitely. It can be months, it can be a year. It's at the mercy, depending on how careful you are. And the second part of the question is how long does it last where the hair actually still looks good and still just has that good shine, bounciness to it and life, and doesn't look all dead or dried out. I mean, I would say if you don't do the routine that I mentioned with the leave-in conditioner and the Argan Moroccan Oil, probably 2 months. If you do the routine I mentioned in my previous videos, probably at least 4 months. So I hope this video has helped answer, kind of clear up that how long does it last question. Is something I get asked a lot, and I hope that helped.